Hey friend, I want to have a conversation today about setting boundaries in difficult conversations because this keeps coming up for my clients, and actually a situation came up for me this morning. And I realized that we're not going to get through life without having some difficult conversations, some of those conversations that are just awkward, or they require us to set our boundaries, or in some way just make us feel a little queasy or a little uncomfortable. And these kinds of conversations and situations are going to come up many times throughout our lives. And so the best thing that you can do is learn how to navigate those conversations in a way that you feel really good about yourself and you feel good about the outcome. And my number one recommendation for this is to start with the end in mind. With everything in life, it's best to reverse engineer the situation. Think about the ideal outcome that you want at the end of the conversation and start the conversation with that. So for example, if you're having a difficult conversation with a friend and you don't want it to dissolve the friendship and you don't want to make them feel bad and you want to have a closer connection at the end of the conversation, then start the conversation with that. It's okay to bring up a difficult topic and ask them to change some piece of their behavior or the way that they're doing something. It's just important to be really conscious about where you want to get to with the friendship through the course of the conversation. So starting the conversation by saying something like, I really care about you and you're really important in my life, and I need to have a difficult conversation with you, and where I'd love for us to be at the end of this conversation is to feel even more close and even more bonded, and really to have some solutions with which we can deal with this kind of difficult thing, and here's what the difficult thing is for me. And then speak your truth, and really speak your truth from that kind and conscious place. You know, it's okay to tell someone how you're feeling about something, or let them know that you're triggered by a particular activity that they're doing or a way that they're showing up. But it's really important to just really state that end destination that you want with them, that end outcome of where you want to be when the conversation is done. And that starting with that in mind, starting with the end in mind, it's really going to frame them up in a way to receive the information in a better way, and to really know that your end goal is to have that closer relationship or that closer bond, or to be able to work better together if it's a boss or a coworker. You know, just really start with stating where you want to be at the end of the conversation. Let them know it's a difficult conversation for you, and then invite them into the resolution together. Ask them if they'd be willing to brainstorm with you. You know, what are some ways that we can work together to help prevent this from happening again? And that inviting them into the solution with you is going to help to create a better response. So those are just some things I want you to chew on today. Do you have difficulty setting boundaries, or have you ever had a difficult conversation that you navigated well? Leave a comment below and let me know about a situation that you've had to deal with and how you've handled it. I'd love to hear the ways that you tackle difficult conversations. And if you're interested in learning more about how to handle difficult situations, there's a book that I read that I really loved. It's called Difficult Conversations. It is by Stone, Patton, and Heen, so Difficult Conversations. And it's just a book that I really enjoyed reading a couple years back about how to best navigate difficult conversations, that I found to be incredibly useful and helpful. So I hope that some of the suggestions today of starting with the end in mind and inviting the other person into the solution are helpful for you. Make it a great day.